I've lived in this house for 5 years, in a quiet little corner of Ohio where nothing much ever happens. That's why I got the security camera, not because I was scared, but more for peace of mind. Catching raccoons tipping over the trash, that kind of thing. I never expected to see what I saw last Tuesday. It was just after 2 a.m. I was upstairs, scrolling on my phone, trying to wind down. Suddenly, my phone buzzed with a notification from the security app. Motion detected at your front door. Usually, it's a stray cat or a branch swaying in the wind. I almost ignored it, but something made me tap the notification. The live feed loaded, and my heart just stopped. There was a man standing on my porch, not moving, just standing there, perfectly still. He was tall, dressed in a simple, dark suit that seemed to swallow the dim porch light. My first thought was that he was lost, or maybe drunk and at the wrong house. But the longer I looked, the more unsettling it became. His posture was too perfect, too rigid, like a statue someone had placed there. I zoomed in. His face was pale, almost featureless in the grainy night vision, except for his eyes. He was staring directly into the camera lens, not just looking in its direction, but looking asterisk into asterisk it, as if he knew I was on the other side, watching. And then, the corner of his mouth twitched, and a slow, wide smile spread across his face. It wasn't a friendly smile. It was the kind of smile that says, "I know something you don't." My blood ran cold. I couldn't breathe. Every rational part of my brain was screaming, but I was frozen, just staring at this man on my phone screen. Then I noticed something else, something that made the whole scene shift from just creepy to utterly impossible. He had no shadow. My porch light is bright. It casts sharp shadows of everything: the railing, the hanging plant, even a spiderweb. But this man, there was nothing behind him. It was as if the light passed right through him. I looked closer at the glass on the front door behind him. No reflection. It was just an empty pane of glass reflecting the trees across the street. My hand was shaking so hard I could barely hold the phone. Who was this person? How was this possible? I was about to call the police when another notification popped up at the bottom of the screen. It was an AI tag from the security app. It uses facial recognition to identify people it's seen before. The tag, in a cheerful, clean font, read, "Homeowner." I dropped my phone. I was the homeowner. I was upstairs, alone in the house. My heart was pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. I scrambled to pick up the phone, my fingers fumbling. The man on the screen was still there, still smiling that awful, knowing smile. He hadn't moved an inch. The app, my own security system, was telling me that the impossible figure standing on my porch was me. I crept out of my bedroom, my every instinct telling me to stay put, to hide, but I had to see. I had to know if he was really there. The floorboards creaked under my feet, each sound echoing like a gunshot in the silent house. I reached the top of the stairs and peered down into the darkened foyer. Through the sidelight window next to the front door, I could see him, a silhouette against a porch light. He was real. I backed away from the stairs, my mind racing. What did he want? Why did the app identify him as me? Was I going insane? I locked myself in the bathroom, the only room without windows on the ground floor, and sat on the floor, my back against the door, clutching my phone like a lifeline. I kept refreshing the live feed. He was still there, still smiling. An hour passed, then another. He never moved. The sun started to rise, painting the sky in shades of gray and pink. As the first rays of sunlight hit the porch, the man on my screen began to flicker, like a bad TV signal. His image wavered, becoming transparent. I could see the front door, the street, right through him, and then, just as quickly as he had appeared, he was gone, vanished. The motion alert notification was still on my phone. The app had saved the clip. I've watched it 100 times since. The man with no shadow, no reflection, and my face. The app still tags him as homeowner. I haven't slept properly in days. I leave all the lights on now. Every time my phone buzzes, my heart leaps into my throat. I'm afraid to look. I'm terrified that one night I'll see him again. But the worst fear, the one that keeps me awake, is that next time, he won't be outside. Next time, the app might tell me motion has been detected upstairs. I don't know what I saw. I've gone over every logical explanation, and none of them fit. Was it a glitch? A hacker? Or was it something else? Something from a place where shadows don't exist, and smiles are a threat. All I know is that my quiet little corner of Ohio doesn't feel so quiet anymore. It feels like I'm being watched, not just by my camera, but by the thing that wore my face. Thanks for watching my story. It helps to tell someone, even if it's just into a camera. If you have any ideas what this could be, please, leave a comment. I could use the help. And if you have a security camera, Maybe check your recent alerts. You never know who or what might be looking back at you. Make sure to subscribe for more updates, assuming I'm still here to give them. Stay safe out there.